torch Cheryl strayed. When Lisa Lindahl dies of cancer at 38, she leaves behind a family shattered by loss and unprepared for the hole she leaves. In the small Minnesota town of Coloma, her death is both an intimate tragedy and a public reckoning. Lisa was a beloved local radio personality. Her voice had filled homes with warmth and empathy, and her optimism was infectious. To her listeners, she was the voice of hope. To her husband Bruce and their 2 children, she was the center of the universe. Bruce, a kind but withdrawn man, is paralyzed by grief. He cannot reconcile the woman he loved, the vibrant spiritual Lisa, with the silence that now surrounds him. His faith falters, his connection to the world frays, and every room in the house feels like an echo. Without Lisa, he drifts through the days, moving as if through fog. Their daughter Claire, just 19, is raw and furious. She sees her mother's death as a betrayal by life itself. Claire is restless, rebellious, aching to escape the town that reminds her of everything she's lost. She seeks meaning in recklessness, through lovers, through the wild freedom of the road, through the pain she inflicts upon herself. She wants to feel something that proves she's still alive. Joshua, her younger brother, reacts in the opposite way. He retreats inward, turning his sorrow into silence. His mother's faith, once a guiding light, now feels like an empty promise. At 16, he tries to carry on as the good son, steady, obedient, but the grief gnaws at him. His world is cracked open, and nothing seems safe or sure anymore. Lisa's death transforms each of them differently. Bruce begins a fragile new relationship with a woman who also lost someone, trying to piece together a semblance of life. Claire leaves home, drawn westward, where she searches for her mother's ghost in strangers and landscapes. Joshua stays, trying to hold the remnants of the family together, but he too eventually has to face his own breaking point. The story unfolds not in grand gestures, but in small, piercing moments. Memories of Lisa's laughter in the kitchen, her hands in the garden, her voice on the radio, the way she made everyone believe that light could come from anywhere. Cheryl Strayed writes with unflinching honesty about how grief doesn't move in a straight line. It loops and twists. It hides inside ordinary days, and it remakes the people it touches. Through alternating perspectives, Torch explores what happens when the person who anchored a family is gone, and how love, even in its most painful forms, can still be a force that saves. It's a novel about faith lost and found, about the brutal tenderness of survival, and about the way memory burns on, steady and bright, even when everything else has turned to ash. In the end, Bruce, Claire, and Joshua learn that moving forward doesn't mean letting go. It means carrying the torch, Lisa's light, into the dark, uncertain world ahead. It flickers, it wavers, but it never goes out.